Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live tournament action coming at you, and this is the finals. An ALT-Stracraft's Open Arena tournament kicking it off here. Game number 1 between Regnen and Maddie. Both of these guys phenomenal players. They've made it this far. Both of them are in the money, as well as geared up to potentially take down the entry into our monthly tournament. So I'm excited to see who's going to be the winner of that, who will be moving into the monthly tournament. In fact, you know what? I actually need to check our invite status. Let's take a look at that while we're doing this. That would be kind of good. But Regnen here is going to be spawning as our yellow Protoss, kicking it over here on the left side of the map, and on the right side it is Maddie spawning as our red Terran. A good TVP final here. That'll make everybody happy. Man, how come I can't get that to go the way I want? There we go. Good. So what we've got so far, we've got UGPSS in the tournament. We've got TD Bo5. We've got UGPSS a second time. So what he said is he's going to be giving his codes away to some of his teammates, or clan mates, I guess is what they really are. They don't really have a team as much as they do have a clan. So he's got actually 3 codes, 1 for himself and 2 for teammates. AKRHRH is going to be in the tournament. Rev Saravati in the tournament as well. And I just heard from Spiffy. Let's see who he said it was. Spiffy said he gave a code to Gosu Dude. Gosu DDE. So yeah, I've heard the name before. I can't remember much about him. I don't even know what race he plays, so I'll have to go check that out. But it is going to be Regnen with the standard opener. He does have his gas, not mining it quite yet. A little bit of an oversight there potentially, but he is currently scouting his opponent there. We saw him putting down his assimilator, and I assume he's going to get to mining gas. There we go. He appears to be in good shape now. Back here at Maddie's base, we do have that orbital command on the way. Double racks here. And he's going to be walling this off here in just a little bit with supply depots. Probably a bunker here, potentially. Oh, wow. So Spiffy says that he is rank 2 GM. Second season, rank 1 GM. Third season, etc., etc., etc. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, DDE. Cool. Yeah, so he's a phenomenal player. Yeah, I've seen the name before. I'm pretty sure I saw it in the top the top 25 players on the GM, the server. But a good player there. Well, I'll be excited to check that out. Thanks to Spiffy for doing that too, man. Tell you what, we've got some nice people out there helping out Starcraft. I think we really are going to have some nice product for people in the very near future. So kicking it here is Maddie cruising out across the field with triple Marines. Looks like he's going to stall here at this Zelnaga Tower for just a moment. Regnen, in the meantime, going to be supply blocked and currently trying to work on a stalker, but not going to happen. Is going to be putting down a pylon in a forward position? I do not know, but Maddie is going to be pulling SCVs and going for an attack here. In the meantime, Regnen, not catching wind of this, is going to be going for a counter attack, it appears. Is going to scout up here, wants to see what's going on, but here comes the entire army of Maddie. He's going to clump these guys together, try and make it up this ramp. Nobody here to force field, nobody here to defend. Looks like we've got Regnen way the heck out of position, and Maddie going to get very aggressive here. Going to use his Marines to try and deal with this supply line, but look at this. Regnen going to go ahead and evacuate these guys down to this natural. Looks like going to go ahead and do some long distance mining, but he's going to have trouble dealing with this. Where are these guys going? GG from Regnen, just like that, man. Absolutely crazy stuff. We'll be going into game number 2 here in just a moment, but that was a very fast game. 5 minutes, 40 seconds in, and Maddie has picked up our first win of this best of 5. We'll go into game number 2 here in just a moment. See you guys then. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live tournament action. Game number 2 of this best of 5 going to be coming at you. It is now on Tal'Darim Altar. Regnen and Maddie battling it out. Maddie up 1-0 currently. Pretty nice little position. Serious T-Rex pressure. He essentially took that sucker down with 5 Marines. 5 Marines and half of his SCVs. He's like, he did exactly what Sham2 always says. You know, follow your little questions. He says, if dead, GG. If not dead, do you have Marines? If yes, pull SCVs and A move. And that's exactly what we saw him do there. So he must have thought for a second, wait a second, did I endure an attack? Nope. Okay, well, let's just go to our questions. Are we dead? Nope. Do we have Marines? Yep. Cool. SCVs, A move. Made it happen. Pretty nice little push there for Matty Regnen. Absolutely going to have to get better scouts off if he wants to be in position to defend against Matty. Matty loves to put on early pressure, loves to be very aggressive. The fabled 2 racks master is Matty. And Matty, given the question, he's asking him one more. And Regnen doesn't quite know what he's talking about, but I know what he's talking about. He wants to know if he wants to be two racks again. I think, yeah, cheese. That's exactly it. Do you want to be cheesed? We'll see if Regnen does respond here. That'll be kind of interesting. But we do have that 1 racks going down here for Matty. Is he going to go for a second here? ASAP. Looks like he may. Oh my goodness. Second racks at the ready. Here comes Regnen's scout. Whoops, we almost got him. There we go. He is going to be scouting. Looks like he's going to find his opponent's base. Lucky for him. We'll see the double racks going down in very, very quick time. Matty not supply blocked quite yet, so he is going to be in pretty good shape. We'll see if he's going to toss down that second supply depot. Probe here trying to get up in his face. Not quite going to happen there. Back here at Regnen's base, we do have Cybercore going down, as well as now a Zealot on the way. Just the 1 gas for him so far. He wants to play carefully, I would assume, at this point. Now, the interesting thing about Matty, not only is he a master at early 2 racks pressure, but he's also very good at transitioning out of 2 racks pressure. And that's part of the reason he likes 2 racks pressure, I think, is because 2 racks really is a nice build to put that early pressure on, keep your opponent on his on their toes rather, and have them forced to be putting out some defensive structures and stuff like that, and defensive units, instead of working on their economy. And Matty, not only can he take down a win in those scenarios by pulling SCVs, but he can also recover from that and transition fairly well. And we did see one game where it took him like 14 minutes to finally transition out of it, but that's okay. I mean, all in all, he knows exactly what to do. But we have seen him transition out of his 2x pressure very quickly before as well. So here we go. We've got to have a couple Marines now out on the field. Here's 5 of them. He's like, oh, wait, we got 5 Marines? Well, geez, we've got a death ball here. We might as well start moving out. So is he going to pull SCVs here? Maybe not quite time yet. He's going to go for 7. Wow. He's almost maxed out here. That was a joke. Almost maxed out indeed. Here comes your Zealot. Good little kiting maneuvers there. Looks like they will be able to stave off that Stalker as well. Ooh, Stalker almost going down. Got to be careful. Regnen does see, however, a lot of Marines out on the field. Matty with another racks go. Oh, no, it's a factory. My goodness. Factory going down here. And double gas. So probably going to see some takes here in just a few moments. And it could be one of his notorious 1 base Marine tank pushes. Reactor and Reactor going down, so it is going to be Mass Marine here. He's not going to be grabbing any upgrades. I do believe that this is going to be an all-in type scenario, a 1 base play from Matty. Is he going to be grabbing that Tech Lab? He absolutely needs it right away. There's his Tech Lab. In the meantime, it looks like Regnen is going to go for a little bit of pressure off of his 3 gate. Just a 3 gate at this point. He is about to have his warp gate technology complete. Just the 1 gas as well. He can transition out of 3 gate here fairly easily. And he is going to be putting down a forward pylon, as you can see here, by the hologram. Nice to have holograms, huh? Now we know exactly where it's going to go. There goes your pylon. It's a little bit late, but that's okay. He should be able to get his warp ins there in sufficient time. And here comes your Stalkers. They're going to start picking away at this wall here, apparently. Matty probably going to dump this wall for half a moment. Try and chase these guys off. Going to be a good bunch of Stalkers here, however. Ooh, almost getting a kill on that Stalker. He did pick up 1 kill on the Marines, however. And Matty is now going to have a pretty substantial Marine army. Siege Tech is on the way. No Siege Tanks quite yet. We do have a Starport as well. Probably going to see, I would assume, a Medevac come out of here. Not going to be bothered with putting a reactor on this, I think, at this point. But probably going to see your Medevac is my guess. But I'm not for sure. It looks like we do have some more attacking going on. Regnen going to be losing a couple of his Stalkers. And these Marines for Matty being fairly cost effective. A couple of them did go down apparently, but not too bad. Gotta be careful against those Stalkers. Tell you what. Good units, First Marine Stalkers, especially if microed correctly. Looks like these guys have outlived their usefulness and are going to have to be sacked here. Not too bad, but it looks like Regnen is going to continue his pressure here in just a few moments. He does have a couple zealots now at the ready. Do have a couple tanks here, and Maddie is pulling 4 SCVs for this defense. Cruising over to this position. Siege tech is complete. Tanks are great units even when they're not sieged, but he does have siege, so when he does make it to Regnen's base, probably going to see these guys sieging up. In the meantime, he's just going to keep them unsieged, keep them mobile, wants to push back his opponent's army and start making his way towards Regnen's base, who has taken an expansion, by the way. Looking to be pretty good stuff. Do have a robotics facility now out on the field. He is going to be chrono boosting out Immortals. I like this play. He has been holding a lot of energy here, which I tend to shy away from, but going to start setting himself up defensively here. Tank's going to be sieging up on the low ground. And here comes your medevac to spot that high ground. Looks like these tanks are going to be in pretty good position. I like these positionings, actually, both of them, and this one going to leapfrog forward even more, I would assume. Probably right up into his opponent's face. That's not a bad spot for it right there. Sieging up. Maddie in pretty decent shape. Here comes your Immortal, however. The Immortal going to be a nice little play here. Probes there blocking off these Marines. But still the 2 siege tanks on the field for Maddie, and he is going to get the snipe on this Nexus, it appears. Not a bad little play from Maddie. However, Regnen does evacuate a couple of his probes. Is going to be beefing up his defenses here. Now, these Immortals are going to be decent counters if he can get that second one out. Where is the second one? There it is. Got to get it into position. Maddie's going to start sieging up. It depends on where he sieges these tanks as to whether or not they're going to be super effective. But it is go time here for Regnen. Taking a little bit longer than is comfortable for me to be dealing with these Marines, and now these tanks are going to be able to do a lot of damage. All of those Immortals have gone down, and that is a no fun situation here for Regnen. Maddie cruising forward. He's got these 2 siege tanks now in position. Probably going to see him siege these suckers up in just a few moments. There we go, and blasting away now at the supply line as well. Not a fun position. GG from Regnen. Maddie taking it down in phenomenal style in game number 2. 2-0 right now, just making it his match point. We're going into game number 3 here in just a moment, so don't alt-tab, always let Starcraft to catch you guys then. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have that live tournament action. It is currently the ace match. Well, it's not really an ace match because they would be tied if it was an ace match. But it is match point for Maddie. Currently 2-0. My goodness, this guy, crazy train with his 1 base all-in strats. They are super difficult to deal with, and Regnen having a little bit of trouble thus far is going to give it a try here on Calm Before the Storm. They're both spawning on the bottom side of this map. Maddie will be our red Terran down here in the bottom left, and in the bottom right it is Regnen spawning as our yellow TAS. So going into this one, I mean, I don't know what to do, I guess, if I were Regnen. Maddie is just crazy brutal with his 1 base all-ins, and you know what, if he doesn't go for 1 base all-in, it's probably going to be something to the tune of a 2 base all-in. Maybe not really an all-in. Once you get on 2 bases, Terran, though, nothing can be considered all-in, even if you pull all of your SCVs, because you still have mules, you can still produce, and quite frankly, I've seen it happen over and over again. It's like, wait a second, he just pulled all of his SCVs, lost his entire army and all of his SCVs, and he still comes back in the game. And, I mean, Terran is your new comeback race because of mules. Maddie is going to be opening, however, with a barracks, and that is scary because that means he can potentially produce Marines, and if he does produce Marines, it is probably going to be GG. No, I'm just kidding. It's not that simple, but sometimes it feels like it. I'll tell you what, man, this guy's crazy train. Gateway here for Regnen, however, and going to be a standard opener, I would assume, for both at this point. And standard for Maddie is probably 2 racks. And there you go. 2 racks it is from Maddie, his standard opener in many regards. I'm loving this play from him, though, man. He is hardcore, this guy. And we do have a bunch of SCVs kicking it. Staying on top of his economy for now. He is only 1 behind, it appears, and we do have your pylon going down for Regnen, his good standard opener. I think at this point, Regnen has to guess that he's going to have to deal with another 1 base all-in. And that's what it appears at this point, again, from Maddie. We do have that Cybercore going down in pretty good time. I would half expect to see Regnen play a little bit more defensively, though, here in game number 3. Because when it comes down to it, game number 1 and 2, he played a little bit offensively, got himself caught out of position against Matty, and Matty was able to obliterate his army on his way over to his opponent's base, and that makes it a little bit more difficult to defend. You want all of your forces at the ready when you're at defense, when Matty, your Terran opponent, is at their least accessible for reinforcements to join that force. So good stuff though. Let's see how he's going to play this. He is trying to get the scout, wasn't able to quite make it up there, but if he did, he would have probably guessed at his opponent going for. Whoops, hold on. My battery's dying on my mouse. It's okay, I'm good at switching it out. Done. How many seconds was that? Anybody time it? Oh my goodness. I hope somebody timed that. Oh, I'm just kidding. You guys don't have to time me. Yeah, well, it was only 3 seconds, I think. 4 seconds. Not too bad. Cool, but Matty does have his double racks. Traditional double racks here at the ready. A whole bunch of Marines now cruising out onto the field. He has scouted where his opponent is. Regnen here getting aggressive again, and I sort of dislike this. I mean, he has to assume at this point that his opponent is going to be ready for a couple units. Matty has never shown weakness early game. Ever. And Regnen has not only been playing him for 2 games in a row, but has also been able to watch him a couple times during this tournament, because we have streamed Matty several times already, and I know that Regnen was watching at least 1 or 2 of those times out on the live stream. So it looks like Regnen is gearing up for his natural. Matty taking his back pocket expand here, does have that command center almost 50% complete, but good timings here from both players. Looks like Regnen trying to play a little bit more defensively. Now he does have this 1 stalker, did get a little bit of scouting intel, is going to start backing out with his life, which is lucky. I like it. Now we do have a whole bunch of gateways at the ready. We do have a robotics facility as well as that second gas. So he's going to start producing, I would assume, a good bunch of immortals and potentially even transition into some Colossus here off 2 base. Do have a slight pause going down here. Kind of interesting. Matty. He's like, not sure what to do. He's taking a second base. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just poking fun at you, Matty. Also known as Alive TRN, if you guys may know him by that name. But Matty, phenomenal player, this guy. Fino Spiffy calling him the master of 2 racks play. And I agree, man. I've never seen a better player from 2 racks there. Really good stuff. Gonna be just a moment. It appears, however, this pause action is never any fun. Oh, by the way, so if you guys don't know, anybody out there who does not know, there is something you can do, and that is zoom in and out while you are paused. So if you're ever looking for something to do that you're trying to figure out, man, I can't do anything, you can't click on the mini-map, there's nothing you can do, there is that. You can always zoom in and out while paused. So good stuff to remember when you get bored under a big pause like that. Good bunch of zealots out here on the field. This expand about to be complete. The expand here for Matty is complete. Currently working on an orbital. And now triple racks out on the field. We do have an engineering bay. No upgrades from it quite yet. Hoping to see some, however, in just a few moments. But mass marine again for Matty. I wonder if Matty's the reason that people say Marines are OP. It could very well be. Could very well be that he is the reason for that. But a good bunch of Marines, and he is going to be working on some upgrades here, it appears. Does have his concussive shell on the way. And I assume we're going to see combat shield or stim pack. Probably stim pack first here from this one. Does have enough for it. Yep, there goes your stim. And we do have just those triple racks, so it's going to be double Marauders out of these and double Marines out of this one. And a good looking economy, though, for both of these players. Not too bad. Matty is slightly ahead. He does have basically the same SCV count, but he also has the mules, double the mules, and that is giving him a good economic advantage for now. Here comes your observer for Regnen. Going to be cruising forward. Looks like he is going to toss down a scan here momentarily. No, maybe not. I thought he was. He moved forward, moved his Marines forward. I thought he was going to scan it, but may have just been positioning them anyway. Oh, there he goes. He's looking for it. He's going to scan this guy to death. Scanned to death. There you go. Good stuff. Back here at Regnen's base, we do have a good bunch of sentries starting to come out on the field. Going to be a nice little play. Good force building and can be super effective against your Terran opponents who are going mass infantry. And we do have back up here what appears to be double the forge, so Regnen going to be going for some serious upgrades. First time We've made it past the 8-minute mark for Regnen, man. Past the 7-minute mark. Those are both very, very fast games. Games 1 and 2. Regnen now working on still some more Immortals, but I'm kind of half assuming he's going to transition into a big AoE DPS. Either his, Storms or Colossus, I think, is probably going to be his best choice. Probably Colossus, since he's already halfway there on the tech. Meantime, Matty going to poke in here for just a half a second. Not able to get any damage done quite yet. Looks like he may have weakened up a sentry or two. But good force building there from Regnen. Going to stave Matty off for just a bit. Now, Matty beefing his supply count up there. Taking a pretty substantial lead. Almost 20 supply right now. 93 to 76. Going in Matty's favor. And he's building even more. Look at this. Another factory going down, as well as 2 more racks. 3 more racks. Nicely done. Does have his +1 weapons about to be complete and appears to be in phenomenal shape all the way around. Regnen not too far behind, but does have to be careful. He is trying to get out slightly more cost-effective units. Notice that he is teching to his Colossus here. Fairly effective, ladies and gentlemen, but Regnen in pretty decent shape. Good little unit composition here for Regnen. He needs to be getting those Colossus out, though, fairly quickly. A little bit of Reaper harass going down in the back here. Gonna pick up a couple kills. And here comes your main attack. Matty going to be cruising in. Good force building here for just a second, but stimming forward. There we go. Good split there. Maybe a couple extra force fields having to be used. And all of those sentries going down. Looks like Regnen having a little bit of trouble holding on here in this position, as well as dealing with these Reapers. Finally going to take those guys out. But Matty cruising forward and doing the damage here. This is what we needed from Matty. And look at this. Almost double the supply. In fact, it is now double the supply. He's cleaning out probes like crazy right now, and Regnen in trouble again here in game number 3. This is crazy town. Matty may be able to go 3-0 here in the finals, and there it is. GG from Regnen. Beautifully played. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. That is going to be it for the evening, except for one show match will be coming up here in just a moment, but let me pay these guys. Congrats to Matty. We'll be seeing you guys in just a little while.